Today's comic spot, we are having a look at the Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary box. This limited edition box set will feature several comic books, a statue, and so much more. Certainly, if you guys are interested in picking this up for yourself, I think a lot of comic book stores are stocking these, but they are in limited quantities. So certainly act now if you want to get one of these delivered, or not so much delivered, but if you want to pick them up for yourself. Okay, so let's open up the contents here. We're just going to first, actually, just before we do that, on the front we've got 30th Anniversary Dark Knight Returns. There's a little, it's just basically like a little strap that goes around the outside of the box here. We'll put that down, and we'll lay this down just like this. When Spot found out that these were being released, I definitely wanted to get my hands on one of them. And we're just going to open it up. Pardon the camera right now, it's probably not going to be catching this very well. Inside, first things first, we've got 1986 DC Comics along with Frank Miller, Klaus Janus, and Lynn Varley changed the way the world looked at Batman, the Joker, and Gotham City with the release of The Dark Knight Returns. Miller's take on an aging retired Batman in a dystopia near-future Gotham City full of 24 hours news media, a citizen apathy revitalized the character, and a 4-issue mini-comic garnered praise from both comic and mainstream media, unlike any comic book before it. It says Batman The Dark Knight Returns has enjoyed success in the New York Times bestseller list and has been named one of the top 10 graphic novels of all time. That's a pretty big accomplishment. DC Entertainment invites you to join our celebration. We are thrilled to present you with the commemorative Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary gift package, which includes Batman The Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary Edition, Batman The Dark Knight Strikes Again, Dark Knight 3 The Master Race Collector's Edition, a Batman The Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary Bust, and the Batman Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary Journal. We will put that to the side. And again, we'll kind of, maybe what I will do is, Spot will take a break, kind of get everything out of the box, and when we come back, we'll get a better look at all the contents inside this box. Oh, by the way, before we do that, it's nice artwork at the top there of Batman. So yes, Spot will take a break. I'll get this all out of the box, and when we come back, we'll get a better look at everything that's inside this 30th Anniversary box set. Be right back. Okay, so now that everything is out of the box, let's get a better look at the contents inside. First things first, we have a 30th Anniversary Dark Knight Returns journal with an elasticized strap that goes around it. And inside we've got a couple of lined pages if you want to document. If you are fighting crime, I guess if you want to document that information inside the journal book, you can certainly do that. This is all, by the way, raised, which is a nice presentation to it as opposed to if it was just printed. Anything on the back, we've got DC Comics there as well. So you get yourself a journal book. Put that to the side. One thing that we've already had a look at on this channel was the Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary bust of Batman. That is also included in this set on the side. We won't open this up because we've already had a look at the bust. It's 5 inches high, or 12 centimeters high. Based on the artwork created by Frank Miller, sculpted by Alterton. And there are the other 2 statues available as well. Oops. So I already loved the statue the first time around. It's nice that they included it also in this set. And then I guess you've got the meat and potatoes of it. Yeah, you have the actual issues. Now this is the trade paperbacks, The Dark Knight Strikes Again. And we've also got The Dark Knight Returns. We'll look at that one first. Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary Edition. For those, I'm sure everybody has read The Dark Knight Returns. A spectacular book. We'll just quickly skim through this because, again, you would want to be picking this book up for yourself. If you haven't had or haven't done yourself the service of reading The Dark Knight Returns, please do yourself a favor. Pick this up from your local comic book store or anywhere. Bookstores also carry these as well. And give this a good read through. We also have The Dark Knight Strikes Again by Frank Miller and Lynn Varley. very similar artwork as well. And by the way, these issues, I'm just seeing if there's a price point. Well, Canada here, this would be $23.99 for just like the Dark Knight Strikes Again. And then this one here would be, again, a $24 value. Then you get into the Dark Knight, or DK3, the Master Race. And it has this phenomenal sketched artwork on the front here. Now these actually are still sealed. On the back, A Good Death, There's No Such Thing. Which would be US, they list it as $12.99. And you get Volume 1. There's Volume 1 there. And you also get yourself Volume 2. DK3, The Master Race. Spectacular artwork on the front, though. I don't know, and this is one thing that Spot's not aware of, I don't know if actually there is just a, like the artwork of the Dark Knight. If there was, I definitely would be picking that up. Because, I mean, if you could get like just a book of sketches and original concept ideas for what was planned for the Dark Knight, I would love to have gotten my hands on that at some point. And I think also these, I don't know if these, no they don't, I was going to say, it starts like a print on the side. I guess this print is going to be carried over with other books also. Just great reads. Looking forward to sitting down and going to be reading through these. Of course, what I'll do is I'll start with The Dark Knight Returns, and I'll kind of work my way through The Dark Knight Strikes Again, and then I'll go through DK3 or The Master Race. A really great, fantastic set. It is, again, in limited quantities. I think most comic book stores probably can get them ordered in, but they are in limited quantities. If you are a big fan, though, of the Batman Dark Knight Returns and just the legacy it's left behind now, celebrating 30 years, 30th anniversary, this is a great set to get. It's a little bit more expensive, but you are getting the statue, you are getting the 3 actual trade paperbacks, and then you're also getting yourself a journal, which is pretty cool too. Today's collectible spot, or today's comic spot, Spot was having a look at the Dark Knight Returns 30th Anniversary gift set. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots, collectible spots, and comic spots all heading your way. As always, thanks for watching, as you always do. See you next time.